Hi Geminis, today's video is going to be a general reading heading up into the month of June. However, if you're seeing this at a different time and June has passed, don't worry, all of my readings are timeless. You find the videos when you're meant to hear those messages. So just ignore it if I do speak of timing. I typically don't throughout the video, but if I do, just a warning to ignore it. So this is for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. However, if you feel like at any moment this is not resonating or you're disagreeing with me and you think that I'm wrong, you are completely right. It's just not resonating with you at this time. Feel free to exit out of this video and you can check your other placements if you'd like, as those readings may resonate for you more at this time. We will be looking into the recent past, the present, and then the near future. I have already pulled all of the cards. Let me know if you guys like this style or if you would rather have me shuffle on camera. So far, everyone is saying that they like it this way better. It's kind of like more to the point and easier, quicker. You know what I mean. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this reading. By the way, all the decks that I use will be linked down below if you did want to purchase them for yourself or a loved one. But yeah, so for the recent past, we have here the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So you could have a Capricorn placement. Somebody in your life could have a significant Capricorn placement, but doesn't have to be. It's looking like in the recent past you were having some troubles. Could have been holding on to a lot of pain from the past. You could have been going through a lot of pain. You could have been experiencing a tower moment of some sort or coming out of that energy. But it does look like that in the recent past, this was something that was ending. For some of you, it could be ending currently, because the timing is going to be different for everybody. But just know that whatever pain you've been experiencing will lift and will subside from your heart space. We also have the Seven of Cups and the Emperor. So we do have Aries energy here. Again, you could have an Aries placement, or somebody significant in your life could have an Aries placement. But with the Emperor combined with the Seven of Cups and the end of a tough cycle approaching, I kind of feel like this is more of a reversal card. It didn't come out reverse, but to me in this type of situation, the Emperor can sometimes depict somebody who's kind of controlling or mean, or just not the greatest masculine energy in your life. So it could have been like a father figure, a person that you were dealing with. It doesn't have to be a male, because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but they could have embodied that Aries energy. They could have been very quick with their words, kind of like controlling and mean to you. And it did leave you feeling confused here with that Seven of Cups. It made you feel like, should I stay? Should I go? It also could have been a boss that was not that good to you. And this could have made you feel like, should I quit? Should I stay? I really need this money. Or if it was a relationship, it was like, should I stay in this relationship or should I leave? It was like you were kind of looking through all of your options and not knowing which way to go. They're also showing me like a fork in the road. Maybe you had two options and you didn't know which one to pick. But for one reason or another, a part of you really wanted to stay and put up with this energy, whether it was because you love this person or because you needed money. It's going to be different for everybody. Maybe it was because you relied on them for finances. Could have been someone like in your household. Again, could have been like a father figure, that type of situation. Or it could have been a mother figure who embodied that masculine energy as well. But it looks like that is coming to an end, or at least it's been trying to come to an end. In the present time, we have believe in the impossible. So I do feel like if you guys are, still feeling that pain from the past, or that confusion, or just like feeling like you're stuck or in stagnant energy, Spirit does want you to be more positive. Obviously, believe in the impossible. Believe that you can achieve whatever it is that you want. So like if you did want to leave a job, just go out and apply. Believe that you can find something even better that pays just as well or that pays better. If it's a relationship, know that there is real love out here. It doesn't have to be this way. Love doesn't have to be so trying and so hard all the time. Love is supposed to be easy, regardless of what so many people try to say to make themselves feel better. Love is not supposed to be hard. Love is not something that you're supposed to have to continue to like work vigorously at every single day. It is supposed to be easy. No relationship is perfect, but it's not supposed to be the way I see a lot of relationships in life, because they can be very toxic, and the hold that those relationships have on people. I know, because I used to be in one, but now I'm in a happy and healthy relationship. And because I'm here, it's like I'm trying to scream at everybody that love doesn't have to be so hard. Even though I probably wouldn't have believed it if I heard that 4 years ago. But yeah, you guys, just know that happiness is out there. Love doesn't have to be hard. Also, if it's a job, there is better out there. You don't have to deal with like a mean boss, or if like you're trying to leave your household, it is possible. There are different ways that you can do that. Obviously, I don't have like those resources on me right now, but I know that I've heard so many things from like other YouTubers about like leaving toxic households and stuff. So there's definitely a way, and there's definitely resources online. And then here we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. So 2 10s, very significant. 10s do represent endings. So I feel like you guys are in a transitional phase in your life, or at least Spirit wants you to be in that transitional phase. They want you to leave the old and embrace the new. Just because we have 2 10s here, we have the end of a tough cycle. It's a lot of like endings and new beginnings that they're trying to push on you. I just heard like fear. So some of you guys could be really scared to let go, and that's completely normal. It's probably most people don't want to let go of something that they've been so comfortable in for so long. But with that 10 of Swords energy here, the typical 10 of Swords depicts a man laying face down with a bunch of swords in his back, just being like stabbed in the back and like have gone through so much pain. That's what the typical 10 of Swords is. So if you are feeling that way, it is time to kind of, you know, get up again and keep going and leave that pain behind. And it could definitely have to do with the family, whether it's a family you created or a family that you were born into. It could even be like close friends, like a created family, because we can create our own families. Blood really doesn't mean anything. The people who you're closest to, it could even be like a work family, you know, like a work situation. Maybe you have a lot of coworkers who mean a lot to you, and they're like best friends and sisters, and maybe you've worked with them for years, but the boss is so mean, so rude, or there's like a couple bad apples in that situation. Whatever the case is, again, only take it as it resonates. I feel like it's very significant right now. And if that's not the case, some of you may need to rely on family right now. Especially if you don't live at home. Maybe you moved out and you're trying to, you know, get on your feet on your own, and it's been really hard and it's been really tough, and your family is there with open arms, but you know, you don't want to go back to them because maybe you're embarrassed or you're feeling some type of way about it. You don't want them to know that you failed. Everybody fails in life, whether it's broadcasted for the public or not. Every single person has been through failure. And just know that just because you failed at this one thing doesn't mean anything. We all go through it. We are all understanding. And in this situation, your family will bring you in with open arms. They may have a few comments, not all of them, but some of them, you know, let's be realistic. They may say a few things that rub you the wrong way, but ultimately it's going to be so much better than the situation you're in now. So whatever it is that you're going through that's making you feel like you've been stabbed in the back, or making you feel some type of way, like in a negative way, that is a cycle that you are meant to leave at this time. Please only take this if it resonates. This is definitely to the people who have been feeling like they need to leave a situation, who already know deep down. Any general reading is only to kind of verify what you've already been thinking. So if you haven't been feeling this way, this reading's not towards you, okay? And if you're feeling any type of anxiety, click out of this video, because this is not for you either. General readings are supposed to just confirm what you already know. For the near future, we have show the world the real you. So Geminis are kind of, people like to call them two-faced. They're not. It's more that you guys like to adapt to the people around you. You know how to fit in with each crowd easily. So that's not two-faced. That's just you guys knowing how to adapt. However, you guys may have lost who you truly are inside by doing that. Some of you may not even know what you truly like, what you truly want to do, the people who you want to keep in your life, that type of thing. So right now is a time to kind of go within and, you know, figure that out. Maybe you have to write it down. Maybe you have to make like a pros and cons list of certain things, certain relationships, friendship groups, jobs, whatever the case is. You're needing to come out of your shell and come into your own right now, at least in the near future. Spirit really wants you to embrace who you truly are and not to be afraid that people are going to dislike you or judge you or whatever the case, because honestly it doesn't matter what other people think. All that matters is your own happiness, and that's not selfish. That's healthy. We also have the Sun and the Four of Pentacles. By the way, this is Aquarius energy. You could have an Aquarius placement, or somebody significant in your life who's going to help you, or somebody just significant in your life could have an Aquarius placement as well, but it doesn't have to be. And then in here we also have Leo energy with the Sun. So you could have a Leo placement, or someone significant in your life could have a prominent Leo placement. But for the near future, I'm seeing that happiness is coming your way because the Sun is complete and total happiness. With that Four of Pentacles, I know that is a card of like holding on, but I'm an intuitive reader, and every time I look at the card, I hear letting go. So it's quite the opposite. Again, I'm getting more like a reversal meaning with this card, the same way I did with the Emperor. I feel like that, you know, the things that you have been holding on to for such a long time, you will finally be releasing those things. And once you release a situation that you're in that's not giving you exactly what you need, that's not making you happy or feel fulfilled, once you walk away, and that's such a courageous act, by the way. So once you do that, Spirit is definitely going to reward you with that happiness. And then also, I love with this picture, it looks like the Sun is like beaming on her or something, but I feel like this is her energy like going into the Sun. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but I just feel like she's shining from the inside and out. It's like her energies are being lifted, her vibration is being raised, she's learning to like be free, and this could be a male, female, doesn't matter, but she's learning to be free and embrace herself and just, you know, show the world the real her, and she's loving it, and people are very receptive. People are very into that. Okay, they like it, they love it. Like, it's like you'll be shining bright and just like the center of attention, and people are going to be like, what have you been doing? How did you do this? Like, complete transformation. And it's just so much happiness exuding from you inside and out, and it's so incredible. So I'm so happy for you, for my Gemini placements, honestly, because that's an amazing feeling. I also want to talk about some of the cards at the bottom of the deck really quick. So we did have the Five of Pentacles. I meant to talk about this earlier with this row. With that Five of Pentacles in the present time, I know we're going backwards, I'm sorry, but in the present time, you may be feeling left out. You may feel like what you want you'll never get, or like, okay, perfect example, because we have this card at the bottom of the deck as well. It says you are good enough. So I'm going to talk about both of these cards. You may be feeling like literally you're not good enough, like whatever you do never comes out right. You can never achieve the things that you want. You may feel lonely. You may feel like nobody understands you. It's like no matter how hard you try, people are not getting it. People are not understanding. And that's why you do need to come into your own and stop trying to please other people. Only try to please yourself. Try to show the world the real you. Don't try to adapt to situations. Just be you, and people will accept and people will love that. So if this is how you're feeling, Spirit wants you to know you are good enough. No matter what you think, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you are and will always be good enough. This is also Virgo energy. So again, you could have a Virgo placement, or someone prominent in your life could have a Virgo placement, but doesn't have to be. And then for the advice, we have the card Treasure. This is from my Awakened Oracle deck. I Absolutely love this deck so much. But with this card, I've been getting this quite a lot lately. And it seems like people are not appreciating the details, the small details in their life. With the Treasure card, you are meant to find happiness within the small things, if that makes sense. So a lot of times we can tend to just kind of miss out on what we're doing because we may be on our phones, or we may be in our heads. We may be planning too much for the future and not living in the present time. And what you guys need to know is that the present is the only thing that exists. Like, the future does not exist. The past does not exist. Yes, it exists, but we're never going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, we are always only going to be in the present time. Hopefully that makes sense and I don't sound like a nut. But y'all are needing to stop thinking so much about the future, or you guys are needing to get out of your own head, get out of your own way. Like, if you are at home and you're constantly on your phone, you're missing things that are happening around you. You know what I mean? You're needing to get out and go into nature. And this person's at the beach, right? So go into nature, go to the beach, go to the park, whatever the case is, and put your phone away. Remove those thoughts from your head, all of those draining thoughts that just constantly drag you down, and start to embrace the little things in your life. Start to notice the beauty in nature, the beauty within yourself. Start to find happiness in the little things. You're meant to find little treasures, okay? It's looking at the small details and finding love there, finding peace, finding happiness, okay? So get out of your own head. Stop thinking too much of the future and not allowing yourself to be happy in the present. Even if you're not where you want to be, you're still there, and you're still meant to find happiness there. You can be happy without achieving 100 goals. Just you being you, you're meant to be happy, okay? And then at the bottom of this deck, we also have the card of compassion. And with this, oh my gosh, I can't speak. With this card of compassion, I really feel like it emphasizes you guys being compassionate towards yourself. I feel like many of you may not feel like you deserve things, or that you're, unlovable, undeserving, not good enough, that type of situation. Or maybe you feel like a failure, the whole thing that I've been saying this whole time. You guys are needing to go a lot easier on yourself. You guys may be working a lot harder than the people around you, which may be why you feel like you're failing more. But honestly, that's not the case. You could be working harder, yes, of course, but you're not a failure. No matter what you do, the fact that you're trying is more than what most people can say. People like to stay in the shallow ends of the pool, and they don't like to dive off in the deep end, right? But you guys are willing to do the work and willing to try, and you're willing to fail, and that's an amazing accomplishment within itself. The fact that you actually tried is an accomplishment. So you need to be more compassionate within yourself and with others. If you can't be compassionate towards yourself, you won't be compassionate towards others. And so you're needing to soften your heart area, okay? Your heart chakra. Let it open up a little bit more. That way you can be more compassionate with yourself and with others, and you don't have to be so cold. Because I feel like I know people who are not compassionate with themselves, and they're kind of like rude. Not rude, but they say little things about others, and it's like, why do you feel that way? You need to be a little more compassionate for them. But then they're like, why? And that makes sense, because they don't give themselves the benefit of the doubt. They don't give compassion towards themselves. So if if you guys are putting yourself on like a pedestal, you guys are putting everybody else on a pedestal, and you're not allowing for failures. You're not allowing, for human experiences that everybody experiences, and you're not going to be able to, be understanding and be compassionate and empathetic towards other people or yourself. So really need to start softening that heart chakra area. That way you can live an even better life, okay? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope that it resonated. If it did, let me know down below. I'd love to hear your guys' stories. Let me know if you guys liked this setup, or if you'd rather me shuffle on camera, because I can totally switch it up. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing and sharing the video, because my videos are not getting views anymore. I don't know what happened. A couple months ago, I was getting 20,000 views, and now I'm getting like 100 maybe. So I don't know what happened, but if you guys could boost my channel, it would mean so much to me. I will have a love reading for you guys next week, so I hope to see you there. Love you so much. Bye.